Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Modern Warfare in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the Season 6 patch notes and the stats on the new weapons and just some general changes and new content that has come to the game. And speaking of content, the new Battle Pass is out. If you want to support me, you can use support a creator code DriftOrb. It's the option down in the bottom middle. Type in DRIFT0R with the O being a 0 like the number 0 on the number pad, and you will support me. It unfortunately doesn't give you a discount, but it does give me 5% of whatever you spend on the Battle Pass, and that technically makes this video sponsored by Activision since I'm using their code. But if you guys are going to get the Battle Pass, might as well get it with my support a creator code. The Season 6 Battle Pass added 2 new free guns. Number 1 is the SBR 208 Sniper Rifle, and number 2 is the AS VAL Assault Rifle. We'll be talking about each one of them today after we talk about a few rebalances and reworks. The first up today is that C4 has been rebalanced. It now has a slight delay before it can be detonated, and it beeps before detonation. This makes it not an insta-throw and pop weapon, and the throw velocity has been reduced by 30%, so you can't throw it as fast or quite as far as you used to. The C4 damage and blast radius seems ineffective, which means it can still shred vehicles in Warzone. However, this makes C4 less of a fast reaction lethal both for Warzone and multiplayer. You're going to need a minute just to kind of think about it and not just airburst a room, so I'm all on board with this change. The heartbeat sensor now works properly on the XRK chainsaw. If you remember the last patch, it was kind of glitched because the XRK chainsaw can't aim down sights. That has been fixed, so your heartbeat will work just fine. Shotgun slugs got increased damage in Warzone again. I haven't been able to test them to see exactly what the damage is, but I don't know if I really want to use slugs. I assume at some point they're going to continually buff them and they're going to deal more and more damage until they're actually good. On the topic of shotguns, the Origin 12 shotgun's point-blank damage got reduced slightly. So it should be less one-shot kills now, it should be a little bit less spammy and a little bit less punishing in Warzone. I think that's a good thing, and I haven't seen it in the ground loot recently either, which makes me think they pulled it from the ground loot. So the Origin 12 got a nerf, your close quarters combat's going to be a little bit more reasonable in Warzone. But now let's talk about the 2 new weapons, starting with the AS VAL. The AS VAL Assault Rifle is suppressed by default, which gives it a huge advantage already. That's just really nice. It's kind of like having a free attachment on your weapon. It's always suppressed, especially helpful for Warzone. It'll deal 46 damage to the head up close, declining down to 36 at ranges, or the longest range I could test. Things got a little bit weird for stomach and limbs. I got a 37 damage to the chest up close and 23 at long ranges. Yet for the stomach and limbs, I got 30 up close and 23 to long ranges, so it seems like it kind of has like a long range damage cap, perhaps, or perhaps they coded these multipliers a little bit funny. But what you really want to remember is that inside any reasonable range, it's going to be a 3 or 4 shot kill weapon. The VAL fires at 888 rounds per minute, which is very fast for a high damage weapon, and you shouldn't be surprised if I tell you that the AS VAL time to kill is very fast. At 100 health or base multiplayer, it's 135 milliseconds, and in Warzone at 250 health, that's 405 milliseconds, which is incredibly fast for both of these. The AS VAL is now one of the fastest killing weapons in the entire game. And I don't mean that it's one of the fastest killing fully automatic weapons. I mean, it's just one of the fastest killing overall. It probably is going to go into top 3 or top 5 fastest killing weapon regardless of any other things. That's semi-autos, that's headshots, that's whatever. This weapon shreds really, really hard. I think the iron sights on it are good, but the recoil is pretty horrible and the base magazine is really small, so it has some very significant downsides. I do think that is kind of the best way to make a weapon. If you're going to make a weapon, it should have really good potential, like the AS VAL's time to kill, but be difficult to use like its recoil. So I think that's all very fair. It does have an ammo modification that'll turn it into a sniper DMR type weapon. Headshots will insta-kill, so that's 100 plus damage. I was not able to measure the overlap. Body is 57 and limbs are 48, so if you're going to be running this in Warzone, you're absolutely going to want to get headshots, otherwise your gun's kind of useless. And if you're running it in multiplayer, also probably headshots. I really wouldn't want to do the 2 taps. You might have thought that the creator code was the only sponsor for this video, but I'm going to double it up and do a second sponsor today and give a shout out to Astro Gaming, my best and most long-term sponsor. If you use the link below in the description, you can save 5% off on all Astro headsets, all products, bags, and whatever. And in order to celebrate this, I am going to play the best Astro ad that I have ever made. Yeah, it looks like they're drowning out there. Quick, I need the toolkit. Thank you. Excellent. So, we got the camera. Perfect. All right, look.
Oh my God, I see them out there.
I know, right? Look at them struggle. Yeah, I'm gonna get so many likes on Instagram for this.
Hit the zoom.
Hey, I got it. The good old Astro gaming backpack for all of your influencing needs, whether you're a traveling pro gamer, student, or social media influencer where you need 16 cameras to film people drowning, so you can sell the clip to CNN and make $1,000. They've got you covered. Yeah, I made that one about a year ago now to promote the bag. It was a really fun time. I miss Cayman Islands. Let's move on. The next new weapon is the SPR-208 DMR, but it functions more like a sniper rifle. You'll find it in the marksman rifle category, but it's really the COD 4 R700 reskinned, updated, and added to this game. I'm fairly confident that it's bugged and doesn't show on radar when you shoot it, because almost everybody in every lobby I was playing today was using the VAL or the SPR, and for some reason I kept hearing people pop off with the SBR like right around the corner from me, no silencer, nothing, and it never showed on radar. I don't know if that's an issue on my end or the game's end or my perspective, but I'm fairly confident that for whatever reason, kind of like the crossbow, it just doesn't show on the radar when you shoot it, though it is extraordinarily loud, so anybody anywhere around you will definitely hear it. The SPR-208 has 2 ammo type conversions, and these are the damages that they give for chest shots. The base weapon will deal 177 damage to the chest, which is very high. The 308 will deal 184 to the chest, which is also very high. And the 338 will deal another 184 damage to the chest, which is very high. So that's 2 chest shots to kill in Warzone, but most weapons are like that. The damage will decrease at long ranges. The ranges are so long I wasn't able to measure which ones. And the other 2 ammo types, while they don't increase the damage very much, they will increase the overall range, or the effective damage range, and they can increase or decrease your bullet velocity along with ADS and a few other things that I'll be measuring and testing on the full in-depth episode for the SBR. In my opinion, the SBR is easily the best marksman rifle in the game and has the potential to be the best sniper as well. It really feels like a sniper rifle that's in the wrong category. I don't know why they're treating it as a DMR. It has excellent overall handling for quick scoping or just for fast sniping. Like if you just like to be a fast mobile sniper, it's a little bit slower than say the Kar 98, but it one-shots people far more effectively. One-shots people at great ranges, great body multipliers. The iron sights are very clean. It aims down sights fast. The iron sights don't sway very much. There's a lot of really good things going on with the SBR that make it a very strong sniper rifle, and you should definitely take it out and respect it. Modern Warfare and Warzone got various stability improvements to PC and all consoles, so basically we're supposed to have less crashes, less glitches, less people stuck in walls, less weird things like that. But since we're rolling it out to a whole lot of system, of course your results will vary. Some people will get better performance, some people may get worse performance. It's going to be kind of just depend on what system you're running and how everything is going. There are 2 new multiplayer maps added to the game, Tank Factory and Broadcast. They also added 1 new ground war map, which is Verdansk Riverside. And what's interesting is I'm fairly confident the Tank Factory map is the same one from the early Black Ops Cold War leaks. Like, do you guys remember the Black Ops Cold War leaks where we had a guy with the Galil kind of go and run underneath a bunch of tanks? It looks identical to this map, which makes me wonder if this map is going to tie into Black Ops Cold War, if it's coming to Warzone or a new Warzone map, if it's an Easter egg, or if maybe, I don't know, Treyarch was just testing their engine and tech on an Infinity Ward map just to kind of see how it loaded and worked. I'm not sure, but it was definitely weird. Warzone got a new mode called, I think it's Armored Battle Royale, which is basically a Mad Max mode where you have unlimited respawns as long as you keep your armored truck alive. And the truck now has a machine gun on top that will kill people, but also overheats if you spray too much. This is definitely more of a team-oriented game mode than it looks like. I thought this was basically going to be Mad Max, everybody getting vehicles, drive around and kill people. But what it turned into is a game where you need to protect your vehicles, where you need to manage your respawns, go to the repair stations safely, and you still need to loot in order to get weapons, in order to fight and shoot and take down the other vehicles. So I think this is going to be more fun to play on stream with a big group of organized people, because we're going to try to protect our truck until the very end, and I don't think you're supposed to be racing them. I took them out in this video to race them around and slam into cars and people and have fun, but I'm pretty sure that's not the way it's supposed to work. Warzone also added new subway stations all over the map. There should be 6 of them in total. You can go down into them. There's plenty of loot. There's a little bit of lore in there. You can get on the trains, and the trains will sort of teleport you or fast travel you to a new location. Be careful when touching the tracks. The tracks are electric, and they can kill you for sure. There is an Easter egg to solve because there's a secret subway station, and if you solve it, you get a new blueprint. I haven't been able to figure this out yet. I know there's a couple of tutorials online, but you do get a very small Bruin blueprint. And new in ground loot in Warzone is there's a kill streak or score streak that reveals all circles as a streak. You just hit the button and it's like doing 20 recon contracts at once. It just shows you everything, like seeing the future. And you can now pick up self-revives off the ground loot. So that's extremely valuable if your ground loot just kind of pops out a self-revive and you can pick it up and go. It saves you $4 grand. And I really, really, really want to see Haunting in Verdansk. I know that doesn't come until next month, closer to Halloween, but from what I can tell, it's going to be like a night mode on the map. I'm hoping that there are vampires or zombies or werewolves or something. I'm a sucker for horror and Halloween stuff, so I really do want to see that, and we just don't know anything about it right now. Alright guys, well that is all for this short and fast-paced update video on the Season 6 patch notes. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. I hope to see you guys out there grinding out these new weapons and murdering me and ruining all my gameplays. Don't forget, if you want to support me, you can use the creator code, or you can check out Astro Gaming. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.